In this question, we are given that u vector, v vector and w vector be three vectors such that u vector plus v vector plus w vector is 0 and magnitude of u vector is 3 and magnitude of v vector is 4 and magnitude of w vector is 5. Then we have to find the value of u vector dot v vector plus v vector dot w vector plus w vector dot u vector. Now, let us start with the things we are given. First we are given is u vector plus v vector plus w vector is equals to 0 and magnitude of u vector is 3, magnitude of v vector is 4, magnitude of w vector is 5. Now we know that a plus b plus c whole square is given by a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Now if we take these terms, this a square plus b square plus c square on the left hand side, then this will be a plus b plus c whole square minus a square minus b square minus c square upon 2. This will be equals to ab plus bc plus ca. Now here if we treat a as u vector, b as v vector and c as w vector, then this will be u vector dot v vector plus v vector dot w vector plus w vector dot u vector will be equals to, this will be u vector plus v vector plus w vector whole square minus a square, that is magnitude of u vector whole square minus b square, that is magnitude of v vector whole square minus c square, that is magnitude of w vector whole square divided by 2. Now u vector plus v vector plus w vector is 0 and magnitudes are 3, 4 and 5 respectively. So this will be 0 whole square and this will be minus 3 whole square, this will be minus 4 whole square and this will be 5 whole square divided by 2, and this is equals to u vector dot v vector plus v vector dot w vector plus w vector dot u vector. Now this is equals to minus 9 minus 16 minus 25 divided by 2, which is minus 25 minus 25 by 2, which is minus 50 by 2, which is equals to minus of 25. So what we have got? We have got that u vector dot v vector plus v vector dot w vector plus w vector dot u vector is minus 25. Now let's check out the options we are provided. Minus 25 is option B. So option B, which is minus 25, is the correct answer for this question. Thank you.
Hello everyone, let's start this question. This question says the number of vectors of unit length perpendicular to vectors A. Now vector A is 1, 1, 0 and vector B is 0, 1, 1. Now the number of vectors of unit length perpendicular to these both vectors is option A is 1, option B is 2, option 3 is 3 and option D, that is fourth option, is infinite. Now we need to find the said number of vectors. So let the vector be xyz. Let a vector, we are considering a vector xyz, the pair that is equal, that is we are denoting xi plus yj plus zk. So as per the question, the vector, let us call this as v. So v dot a must be 0 because it is perpendicular to that. So this would imply that, so what is v dot a? That is x times 1, x plus y times 1, that is y, 0 times z, 0 equals 0. Now call this equation number 1. Then let's look at v dot p to be 0. This would imply x times 0 is 0 plus y times 1, that is 1, y plus z times 1, that is z, equals 0. Let's call this equation number 2. So from these two equations, x equals minus y and z equals minus y. That is, v equals minus y times minus yi plus yj, not plus, a minus because z is equal to minus y, so call it minus y k. So that is the vector v. That's the vector v. Now we also need the fact that the magnitude of v must be 1 because it is unit length. Now magnitude of v equals y square plus y square plus y square, that is under root 3y square. Now magnitude of v equals 1. This would imply 3y square to be 1, which finally implies y square to be 1/3, and which finally implies y to be plus minus 1 upon root 3. Now what is the vector v? The vector v is, finally there are two vectors. That is, one is by taking y as 1 by root 3, we would be getting minus 1 by root 3 I, then a plus 1 by root 3 j, and then a minus y, that is again minus 1 upon root 3 k. V can be this, or it can be 1 by root 3 I minus 1 by root 3 j and 1 by plus 1 by root 3 k. So we have two options for v. That is, the number of such vectors is 2. 2 is the correct choice. Thank you.
So in this question we have been given that the points with position vectors, so these three are the position vectors, okay, and we have been given that these are collinear, and we have to find which of the following options are correct, which shows the value for a, okay. So let this point be p point, okay, representing position vector as a. Let this point be our q point, representing position vector as b, okay, and let this point be our r point, representing position vector as c, okay. So that means, so this is our p point, this is our q point, and this is our r point. So pq vector will be our, that is position vector b minus position vector a, that is position vector of point q minus position vector of point p. So this will be equal to 40 I cap minus 60 I cap, that will be minus 20 I cap, minus 8 j cap minus 3 j cap, so this will be minus 11 j cap, okay. Similarly qr vector will be equal to position vector c minus position vector b, so this will be equal to a minus of 40, okay, into I cap, so this will be minus 52 j cap plus 8 j cap, so this will be minus 44 j cap, okay. Now let this value is our a1, and let this value is our a2, and let this value is our b1, and let this value is our b2, okay. So here we have been given that the two vectors are collinear, so that means the direction, that means we can write this as a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2, okay. So a1 upon a2 will be minus 20 divided by a minus 40, that is equals to b1 upon b2, that will be minus 11 upon minus 44. So minus gets cancelled out and 11 times of 4 is 44, and cross multiplying this, so we'll be getting a minus 40 is equals to minus 80. Now taking minus 40 to the right side, so this will be a is equals to minus of 40. So this is our required value for a. So that means our option A is the correct option.
Let a vector and b vector be two unit vectors such that a vector dot b vector is equal to 0 for some xy belongs to real number. Let c vector is equal to xa vector plus yb vector plus a vector cross b vector. If mod c vector is 2 and vector c is equally inclined to a vector and b vector, same angle alpha, it means equally inclined, then 8 cos square alpha की वैल्यू हमें डिटरमाइन करनी है. तो अब क्वेश्चन हम समझते हैं क्या है. हमें दो वेक्टर गिवन है जो यूनिट वेक्टर्स हैं ए बी, और वो परपेंडिकुलर है आपस में. तो ए वेक्टर इज परपेंडिकुलर टू बी वेक्टर, ये हमें गिवन है. और हमें गिवन है कि मोड ऑफ ए वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू मोड ऑफ बी वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू 1 है. और उसके अलावा सी वेक्टर ए और बी वेक्टर से इक्वली इंक्लाइंड है. इट मींस अगर मैं देखूंगा कि सी वेक्टर डॉट ए वेक्टर क्या होगा मेरे पास में, ये होगा इक्वल टू मोड ऑफ सी वेक्टर इनटू मोड ऑफ ए वेक्टर, और इनके बीच में एंगल अल्फा, तो आ जाएगा कॉस अल्फा. ये किसके इक्वल होगा, ये सिमिलरली सी वेक्टर डॉट बी वेक्टर के भी इक्वल हो जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें पता है मोड ऑफ ए वेक्टर 1 है और मोड ऑफ बी वेक्टर भी 1 है. तो ये पूरी वैल्यू मोड सी वेक्टर कितना है यहाँ पे 2 कॉस अल्फा. ठीक है, तो यहां से अगर हम सी वेक्टर डॉट ए वेक्टर करेंगे तो हमें पता है ए वेक्टर डॉट ए वेक्टर, तो एक्स वेक्टर डॉट ए वेक्टर करेंगे तो आ जाएगा सिंपल सा एक्स इंटू मोड ए वेक्टर का स्क्वायर प्लस मोड ए वेक्टर का स्क्वायर हो जाएगा 1, क्योंकि ये 1 है. बी वेक्टर परपेंडिकुलर है 0, ए वेक्टर क्रॉस बी वेक्टर ए के भी परपेंडिकुलर होता है और बी के भी परपेंडिकुलर, तो वो भी 0. तो ओवरऑल वैल्यू क्या जाएगी हमारे पास में x प्लस 0 इज इक्वल टू 2 कॉस अल्फा. सिमिलरली बी वाली साइड में ए वेक्टर से डॉट प्रोडक्ट करने पे 0 आ जाएगा, लेकिन वाई बी वेक्टर डॉट बी वेक्टर करेंगे तो y आ जाएगा, क्योंकि मोड बी वेक्टर का स्क्वायर 1. फिर ए क्रॉस बी से करने पे 0 हो जाएगा. तो यहां से आ गया x इज इक्वल टू 2 कॉस अल्फा, y इज इक्वल टू 2 कॉस अल्फा. अब बात यह है कि 8 कॉस स्क्वायर अल्फा की वैल्यू निकलेगी कैसे. तो हमें एक और इन्फॉर्मेशन पता है कि मोड सी वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू 2. तो अब एक और चीज समझेंगे, ए वेक्टर और बी वेक्टर तो आपस में परपेंडिकुलर हमें पता है, और हमें पता है ए क्रॉस बी, ए और बी दोनों से परपेंडिकुलर होता है. तो ये तीनों म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर वेक्टर्स का एडिशन लिखा हुआ है. तो यहां से मोड ऑफ सी वेक्टर लिखना तो कितना आसान हो गया हमारे पास में. मोड ऑफ सी वेक्टर का स्क्वायर हो जाएगा सिंपल सा मोड ऑफ एक्स टाइम्स ऑफ ए वेक्टर का स्क्वायर प्लस मोड क्या है मॉडुलस ऑफ y टाइम्स ऑफ b वेक्टर का स्क्वायर प्लस मॉडुलस ऑफ a वेक्टर क्रॉस b वेक्टर का स्क्वायर. तो मोड ऑफ c वेक्टर का स्क्वायर कितना है, क्या देगा हमारे पास में 4 इज इक्वल टू मॉडुलस ऑफ a वेक्टर कितना है 1, तो यहाँ से सिंपल हो जाएगा x स्क्वायर, फिर आ जाएगा यहाँ से सिंपल y स्क्वायर. और हमें पता है दोनों परपेंडिकुलर है, तो ये क्या देगा मोड a मोड b साइन थीटा. साइन थीटा की वैल्यू कितनी हो जाएगी 1, क्योंकि परपेंडिकुलर है, तो आ जाएगा 1 का स्क्वायर इज 1. तो यहां से आ गया x स्क्वायर प्लस y स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 3. अब x क्या है मेरे पास में 2 cos अल्फा, y क्या है 2 cos अल्फा. दोनों को अगर पुट करके ऐड करूंगा तो क्या बन जाएगा 8 cos स्क्वायर अल्फा विच इज इक्वल टू 3. तो आंसर क्या गया हमारे पास में इक्वल टू 3.
The component of a vector A along and perpendicular to a non-zero vector B, हमें बताना है. Component of vector A along B, ये हो जाएगा प्रोजेक्शन इसका, यानी इसको मैं डायरेक्टली लिख सकता हूँ A डॉट B अपॉन मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ B मल्टीप्लाइड बाय डायरेक्शन ऑफ दिस यूनिट इनटू यूनिट वेक्टर, जो क्या डायरेक्शन बताएगा. ये आ जाएगा A डॉट B अपॉन मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ B का स्क्वायर मल्टीप्लाइड बाय वेक्टर B. इसी तरह से कंपोनेंट ऑफ A परपेंडिकुलर टू B, ये मैं लिख सकता हूँ वेक्टर A माइनस A डॉट मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ B अपॉन मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ B स्क्वायर डॉट वेक्टर B. ये हो जाएगा क्योंकि ये वेक्टर A मेरे को दे रखा है, ये वेक्टर B दे रखा है, तो इसका प्रोजेक्शन हो जाएगा इसके अलोंग, ये हो जाएगा परपेंडिकुलर वाला. ये जो बेस के अलोंग प्रोजेक्शन था ये हमने निकाल लिया, ये वैल्यू मेरे को पता है, ये वेक्टर मेरे को पता है, ये दोनों वेक्टर मेरे को पता है, तो इस ट्रायंगल की तीसरी साइड क्या हो जाएगी, वर्टिकल के अलॉन्ग जो प्रोजेक्शन होगा इस वेक्टर ए का, जो परपेंडिकुलर होगा वेक्टर बी के, तो ट्रायंगल्स लॉ से क्या आ जाएगा, ए वेक्टर माइनस दिस हॉरिजॉन्टल प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ वेक्टर ए अपॉन बी, तो ये आ जाएगा हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड परपेंडिकुलर प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ वेक्टर ए along b.
In this question we have two vectors a vector and b vector, and these two are two non-collinear vectors. So we have to prove that the position vectors a vector plus b vector, a vector minus b vector, and a vector plus lambda b vector are collinear for all real values of lambda. So let's say this point is p, this is q, and this is r. So what is pq vector? Pq vector is q vector minus p vector. So q vector is a minus b vector, and p vector is a vector plus b vector. So this is minus a vector minus b vector. So this is equal to minus 2 times of b vector. Now what is pr vector? Pr vector is equal to r vector minus p vector. So what is r vector minus p vector? It is equal to a vector plus lambda b vector minus a vector minus b vector. So this is equal to lambda minus 1 b vector. So we can clearly see कि जो pq वेक्टर है वो क्या है, या फिर हम बोल सकते हैं कि जो हमारा क्या है pr वेक्टर है, pr वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू माइनस ऑफ लैम्डा माइनस 1 बाय 2 pq वेक्टर है. थोड़ा सा नीचे लिखा है, इसको कहते हैं pq वेक्टर है, मींस pr वेक्टर और pq वेक्टर क्या है, को लिनियर है. सो हमें अगर ये दोनों वेक्टर्स मतलब क्या है सेम डायरेक्शन में, या फिर लेट से सेम डायरेक्शन में या एंटी डायरेक्शन में, वो हम उसे छोड़ देते हैं. लेकिन अगर उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा कि सेम या एंटी, लेकिन ये क्या है एक ही पॉइंट से पी से, तो क्या जाएगा पी और क्यू और आर तीनों पॉइंट क्या हो जाएंगे, कोलिनियर हो जाएंगे. सो हियर पी क्यू आर कोलिनियर. सो पी क्यू एंड आर कोलिनियर. So this is our solution.
Hello students, today question is find three-dimensional vectors v1 vector, v2 vector, v3 vector satisfying the condition they are given. v1 vector and v1 vector equal to 4, v1 vector and v2 vector equal to minus 2, v1 vector and v3 vector equal to 6, v2 vector into v2 vector equal to 2, v2 vector and v3 vector equal to minus 5, v3 vector and v3 vector equal to 29. Okay students, let's move to the answer. First I'm going to take the given vectors. Okay, v1 vector and v1 vector equal to 4, right? So v1 vector into v1 vector equal to 4, so it is in multiple, so I'm going to take v1 vector whole square equal to 4. So v1 vector equal to 2, because I'm going to take the root here, square root here. Okay students, and then next I am going to simplify the next v2 vector equal to 2, right? So v2 vector into v2 vector equal to 2 they are given. So v2 vector whole square equal to 2, therefore v2, sorry students, it is v2 vector equal to root 2. Okay students, and then the last v3 vector. So v3 vector into v3 vector equal to 29. So v3 vector the whole square equal to 29, therefore v3 vector which is equal to root 29. Okay students, so this is the three values we found here. So v1 vector, sorry students, it is v1 vector this is v2 vector, this is v3 vector we found individually. Then we have to find the combinations here. Okay students, so v1 vector, v2 vector. So first I'm going to take v1 and v3 vector. Okay, here. So v1 vector into v3 vector is equal to 6, right? So the given v1 and v3 equal to 6. So I am going to take this one. So v1 vector and v3 vector equal to into cos theta. It is 1 3 vector, right? So I'm going to 1 3 here equal to 6. Okay students, so v1 vector we already know that 2, v3 vector is already know that root 29. So this one I'm going to take to the right hand side. So cos theta of 1 3 equal to 6 by 2 into root 29. So 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. Okay students, therefore the value is 3 by root 29. Okay students, now I'm going to find 2 3 vector. Okay students, here vector 2 3 is there now, so I'm going to find 2 3 vector equal to minus 5. Okay students, so I'm going to substitute here. So vector 2 into vector 3 equal to minus 5, right? Vector 2 and vector 3 equal to minus 5. So I'm going to substitute here v2 vector and v3 vector is equal into cos theta of 2 3 equal to minus 5. So cos theta of 2 3 equal to minus 5 divided by v2 vector is root 2 and v3 vector is root 29. So both are root values. I'm going to multiply 29 into 2. It is equal to 58. So root 58. Okay students, so this is the value for 2 and 3. Next I'm going to find 1 and 2 here. Say v1 and v2 equal to minus 2, right? So I'm going to find 1 and 2 here. So v1 vector into v2 vector equal to minus v1 and v2 vector equal to minus 2. Okay students, so minus 2. So we will get v1 vector into v2 vector into cos theta of 1 2 equal to minus 2. So cos theta of 1 2 equal to minus 2 divided by v1 vector is 2 and v2 vector is root 2, right? 2 into root 2. So 2 cancel here. Therefore the values became 1 by root 2 minus. So cos theta of 1 by root 2 value is equal to 3 pi by 4. So therefore theta 1 2 equal to 3 pi by 4, which is the angle of 130 degree. Okay, which is it is equal to 135 degree angle it makes. Okay students, so theta angle equal to 135 degree. Okay students, so due to this I'm going to write the vector equations. Okay, v1 vector. Okay students, v1 vector equal to 2i vector. Okay, because v1 equal to 2i vector is starting. Okay students, then v2 vector, which is equal to here v2 vector makes the angle 135 degree with the v1 vector. Okay, so the v2 plane is xy plane. Okay student, x1 plane. Therefore the angle, this is the plane which is the makes the angle 135. Maybe it is in positive, it is in negative, right? So two angle which is there. So I'm going to take this plane value is I minus I. This is plus or minus value. Okay students, so it is plus or minus value minus I plus or minus j value is here. Okay students, so this is the value we will get here. So this is all cap Okay students, now I'm going to find the v3 vector, which is equal to, we don't know, so it is became alpha I cap plus beta j cap plus gamma k cap. Okay students, so here in the v3 vector they are given the vector equal to 29. Okay, so because v1 v2 v3 are satisfying here, therefore the v3 vector is 29 magnitude. So v3 vector magnitude is 29. So I'm going to take the magnitude here, then it will become alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square equal to 29. Okay students, so this is the raw data here. So we have to going to find the alpha beta gamma value individually. Okay students, so if we found the alpha beta value, then only we find the v3 vector equation. Okay students, so first I am going to take v3 comma v1 here. So v3 comma v1. Okay students, so v3 comma v1 here, v3 dot v1 equal to, here in v3 alpha beta gamma is there, so v1 value is I value. Okay, so it is in I value is became alpha, right? So it is 2 alpha, right? It is 2 alpha, which is the value here v3 and v1. Okay student, so v3 and v1 equal to 6. They are given in the question. v3 and v1, the answer is 6, the magnitude, so which is equal to 6. I'm going to equate this one. So using this I'm going to find the alpha value equal to 3. Okay students, so the alpha value I'm going to here is 3. Now I'm going to take v3 with v2. Okay students, so I'm going to take here v3 with v2 value. So v3 dot v2 vector, this one is vector, so v3 vector v2 vector is in the v3 vector alpha beta gamma is v2 vector I and j value is there. Okay students, so I and j value, so v3 vector and v2 vector value is -5, they are given here. So I'm going to equate is equal to -5, which is equal to alpha and beta. So this is minus alpha and plus beta, right? So minus alpha plus or minus beta, right? So I'm going to equate this one. So we already find that alpha value equal to 3. So -3 plus or minus beta equal to -5. Therefore beta equal to -5, this value is going to right hand side, it will become plus, so -5 plus 3 equal to -2. Okay students, so this one is plus or minus beta, right? So the values became, the value is beta equal to plus or minus 2 value, because it will become both answer, maybe we will get. Okay students, next I am going to substitute this alpha and beta value in the above this equation. So I'm going to take this is equation 1. So I'm going to substitute alpha and beta in equation 1. So alpha square equal to, so alpha value equal to 3, so 3 square plus beta value is equal to 2, so 2 square plus gamma square equal to 29. So 3 square 9 plus 2 square 4 plus gamma square equal to 29. I am going to take this value to the right hand side. So gamma square equal to 29 minus 9 minus 4. Okay students, so 29 minus 9 is 20, 20 minus 4 is 16. Okay students, therefore gamma square equal to 16. Okay students, so gamma square value is 16, whether it is plus or minus. Therefore gamma equal to 4 plus or minus 4. So we already found that alpha beta gamma, so I'm going to substitute here alpha beta gamma here. So I'm going to write all the equations here. So hence the equation is v1 vector equal to 2i vector and v2 vector equal to minus I plus or minus j vector, and v3 vector equal to alpha I, right? Alpha equal to 3, right? So 3i, and then beta equal to plus or minus 2, right? Beta equal to plus or minus 2, so plus or minus 2j, and gamma equal to plus or minus 4, so plus or minus 4k. So this is all cap we will get here. So this is the answer, students. So this is the answer for this given three-dimensional vector. Okay students, thank you.